Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the With Phillip Garcia show. I'm your host, Phillip Garcia, and I'm with my guest today, milkman himself, the crab-walking man himself, Casey Rocket.
Some say he love. Hi, Phillip.
How's it going, dude? Yeah, I've been tasked also today with writing an editorial about Casey Rocket that's going to be posted online because I'm writing now occasionally. I have barely any qualifications to do any of this, including the podcast or interview you. But we're here and we're going to do it.
You said that your demographic for the podcast is old ladies. Is that true? Or you're kidding?
No, it's probably like 45 to 65-year-old white women.
Why? Why is that?
My mom.
Oh no.
It's not. I say that. That's like that's the viewership that watches more than 80% of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
The retention rate's like 20 minutes max.
Yeah. I used to do a podcast about Grimace, and the only person, there was like 2 people who would listen to it, and they would play every episode like hundreds of times. So they were like obsessed with it. So like we'd put out a new episode, and we'd be like, dude, it has 300 views already. And like a week later, and you could check on SoundCloud where the views are, and it'd be the same location. Just be one dude watching it on
just
repeat.
Opening tabs over and over again, basically.
Mm-hmm. Just big Grimace fanatics.
Grimace meaning the McDonald's character, right?
Yeah, the purple guy from McDonald's.
How'd that start?
I have some pictures of him.
You have him right now?
Yeah, I can get him. I always keep them handy.
That's how this editorial is starting so far, is the idea that I don't know where to write. I don't know what to write about Casey Rocket. Like Casey Rocket somehow made it from underneath the bridge on 35 and has made himself one of the staples of the Austin community scene. I don't understand any other way to put it. Where'd you come from? Okay, what state were you in when you crawled out of the hole?
I came from Atlanta, but I was in Boise, Idaho for the last 3 years. Okay, so we have 3 Grimace pictures here. We can do like the ball in the cup trick where they trick you, but instead I'll just show it to you. So this is a one. This is a good one. This is Martin Sheen turning into Grimace. That's kind of like the second phase of evolution for him. And then these are more traditional optic. Like that's Grimace in the White House in 2004, like taking important meeting.
Is that from the show The West Wing?
Yeah, so these are all West Wing related.
Why?
So one time we did a live podcast, and here's the last one. It's Grimace with Charlie Sheen. So that's not as much West
Is Martin
Wing.
Sheen related to Charlie Sheen?
That's his father. So It runs in the family. It's like a fucking deep state thing, dude.
100%. What do you think about Hillary Duff then?
Hillary Duff?
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if she was somehow involved.
But
with
she got
all
out. She got out. That's
she
what it
was one of
seems
the
like.
few. Yeah.
What do you think you have to do? Your firstborn? You have to give your firstborn?
Yeah, probably some sort of blood ritual.
She did. She feels like she disappeared for a while. She could have easily gotten pregnant and given away a child in that time, and then re-risen as thick mom hips. You know, because remember that picture that came out, and everyone was like, "Ooh, Hillary Duff."
Mommy got thick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the
like
zeitgeist for a second.
Yeah, that was all everybody was talking about.
I've been thinking about that a lot recently, like trends, because that when we were young festivals coming out or whatever.
It's like all-time low.
Yeah, you're just like, wow, people really are just stuck on what music they graduated high school with, and that's their entire personality sometimes. Like moving forward, which is fine.
I like that era. So like I was a kid when all that was happening, like the Avril Lavigne stuff. Like I wasn't in high school, and I always really envied that. They call them scene girls, right? They weren't goth at that stage. It was scene girls. And I would love to marry a scene girl. I say that as I'm looking longingly at a picture of Grimace with Charlie Sheen.
For most people, it'd be distracting, but for you, it gives you the ability to dig deeper in.
Just really figure out what I'm all about.
We are talking about the things we find comfort in, so it would make sense.
This is something to work for.
It comes roundabout.
I was.
How many other pictures do you carry on you like that?
I had a bunch of them. Okay, so yeah, we did a live show, and the podcast again never had much of a viewership, and we were like, "This is what podcasts do. Like, we're gonna do a live show." And they put us at this comedy club, and they put us after like a big sold out show. So the sold out show ends. They go, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting a really exciting new show. It's like 11:30 at night on a Saturday. Now, please welcome the Grimace Half Hour Power Hour. And it's me dressed fully as Grimace with the Grimace costume.
I'm seeing the outfit
I wore for Halloween. And it's my co-host who had never been on stage before. Like, he's not a comedian. Super, like, one of the funniest people I know. But, like, doesn't understand how to be on stage. I'm dressed fully as Grimace. And we walked that audience within, like... within like 15 minutes, I'd say like 90% of the audience was gone.
They didn't know what they bought tickets for.
They didn't understand what was happening. And we did a segment. The show ends up going on for like 2.5 hours, like way too long. Everybody's gone. At the end, there's like 3 people there. And we did a segment called Is It Grimace or Is It Martin Sheen? And I had like 20 of these pictures. I've lost a lot of them. But
the last time I remember talking to you about him, I think we were at Vulcan or something, and you came up to me and you're like, I think I left my Grimace picture on stage. You seemed distraught about it. I was like, then I thought about it, I was like, well, at least the person who finds it during their act is going to, like, you're going to ruin their fucking night, because I feel like if I didn't know you and I didn't see your act and I didn't know that was yours and I just found it on stage, I'd be like, why?
That would throw your whole momentum off.
You ever hear about comics leaving just like full, like their set list on stage, but they just have swastikas on it? They'll like leave it on the stool just to fuck with the next comic. Be like, what the fuck? Who did this? Just a page full of swastikas.
Just plankton going down on Mrs. Puff. Really great. Oh, that's a hot idea. We'll talk about that later.
So you do Photoshop?
Well, my ex-girlfriend did. She did all these, and they're really good. They're really well done.
The shadowing's even done.
They're really like they're original prints. So these are probably worth. These are basically NFTs. And yeah, I was at Vulcan, and I do this bit where I pull them out of my pocket, and I go like, I want to show you guys something, and it'll be Grimace at the fall of Berlin or something. And I tossed it, and it went into the crowd. And I was like killing, and I was like, why don't you just keep it, Hoss? And I got off stage, and I was like, the show ended, and I was like, fuck, I told the guy to keep the picture, and now he has it. I can't use it anymore.
But it's kind of like building an underground army for you, though, in this weird way.
Yeah, little by little, man.
That's people who get it. It's I don't know.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, I think like every show, like right. I bombed a show last night at a Speakeasy, but every show that I bomb and I do like really good, like I do, I stick to my act. There's always like 3 or 4 people that walk away like, dude, that was like the best thing I've ever seen. Like,
right.
So it's just slowly building up.
Right. It's so interesting to me. How long has the crab been alive? How long is the crab and the Grimace, have they all been basically alive since the start? It seems like it's not like it's brand almost.
Yeah.
It's strange, man.
I don't know. I didn't do that intentionally. But so the crab thing, I really only started doing that like this summer. I had only done it a couple times. Like I would do. Yeah. It seems so stupid to talk about what I do on stage, like analytically. But I do like sassy walk or whatever, fucking just riffy, sexy stuff. And
we don't have to. If you don't, I know a magician doesn't like to reveal his tricks, but I'm also trying to understand it so I can write. I'm like, do you have an improv background? Because it's the style that you do is like Casey's very sporadic. He's very all over the place, and it's like, how would you describe it?
No, I've never done. You're bringing the riffs out of me, dude.
That's what needs to happen right now, buddy. Because right now the only 3 things I have written down for conversation are dead dogs, trip stuffed, and lived in circumstances.
And also plankton going down on Mrs. Puff, which we promised to return to later as the crescendo of the episode. I don't know. When I moved to Austin, one of my first sets here, I did like the crab thing, and then for some reason the comics went fucking crazy, and I was like, "All right, dog."
It's because every other comic until you showed up was very much so trying to nail the setup, punchline, tag routine. And it's just like, it was good, dude. Your comedy is liberating to watch because it sounds like I don't like want to go on too long, like you said about it, but it's like it's a you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think I get really...
You're pushing the line.
Yeah, I don't like traditional... Like, there are traditional comedians I do find funny, but I think it's boring. So I like to just have fun. That's basically the only way I can describe it. I don't really...
It's very in the moment.
Yeah, like
I'm a big fan of the present, and I think you really... When I watch you, I'm very much so in the present. It's hard not to be.
Yeah. I think people inherently, when you watch somebody perform, you want to think about it analytically, but I don't put too much thought into it. So, like, I kind of just go up there and just, like, mess around. And there are things that I do every set. So Young, Crab, Grimace stuff, but just kind of messing around and throwing all that stuff in there where I see fit, like, in the moment. So, yeah. But I never used to do improv. I'm self-taught, dude.
Really? Just stand up all the way?
Yeah.
I told you I saw you on YouTube, like, 2 years ago. Before the pandemic?
Oh, yeah.
Because I met Joey Johnson.
Uh-huh.
And Joey Johnson and you did a comedy festival together.
Yeah, I love Joey.
Somehow you entered my recommended on YouTube. And this is before I knew you. I was like 2 years into comedy. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then I remember seeing you. I was like, no fucking way.
I'm actually going back to that comedy festival on Thursday.
Paris?
Yeah, it's on Thursday, so I'm going to see Joey again. We got an Airbnb together.
Fuck yeah, dude. He's a good guy. I was going to do Plano this year, but it keeps getting pushed back because of the pandemic. Did it lose sound or something?
No. I'm on Plano too, and it got pushed back.
Yeah.
That'll be fun when it happens.
I haven't done many festivals.
Neither have I.
Start doing more.
Yeah, I did a couple in Idaho, but the last year when I did the Paris festival, that was the first out of town. I'm going to Hawaii in February to do a festival.
What?
Yeah, aloha, fucking drink damn Mai Tais, dude.
How's that work? And you have to pay for your own plane ticket and everything?
I'm not sure, so I need to send them an email to see how worth it will be for me to go there.
Right.
Because if I have to pay for everything, it's like, I'd love to say I performed in Hawaii, but I also literally lived in my car until like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know how much.
It's easily going to be like $1,500 dropped on that alone.
Yeah, so I'll see what they're paying for.
How long were you in your car? Were you living? You came from Atlanta?
I came from Boise. So
Boise.
So I did 3 years. I grew up in Atlanta, started comedy in South Georgia. So I did 3 years of comedy in Georgia, and then I did 3 years in Boise, Idaho. So I moved here from Idaho. Always had apartments. I slept, but I always slept on a lot of couches. And then when I moved here,
right,
I lived in my car for like almost 6 months. So
6 months here?
Mm-hmm. Like July until like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Were you like hooking up to people's houses and stuff like that, or were you just like roughing it in Walmart parking lots and stuff?
It was Walmart parking lot. Yeah.
Damn.
I stayed on the last like 2 months. I slept on a lot of couches, but yeah, those first. There was like, dude, it gets so hot here, and my car is black. Like, there was some days I was like, I can't survive like this. Like, I got to go to the creek so I can lower my body temperature.
No kidding. Good thing. Yeah, I'm excited for the summer here. I really enjoyed it though, the recreational aspect. Living in your car I've lived in my car during the summer in the forest. That's where I was able to stay because I lived in Huntsville at the time. And it's like a home of the Sam Houston State National Forest, Pine Woods. And I lived in my car for like 3 months on and off because I go into town and like shower and live with my buddies for a couple of days and then go back out there. And then I moved into a tiny house because I was like saving for a down deposit the entire time.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't do it again if I couldn't. But also like it's always refreshing. Even the tiny house, you're like, how much do you need? Yeah, even to this day, I'm like, you don't need much.
No, dude.
I like a couple things.
Yeah, I mean, I lived perfectly fine just out of like one packed bag.
Right.
And I had a great, I had a great life. Like my comedy and everything was going good. So
right, people always talk shit about Spirit because like, oh, you have to pay for it. I'm like, you need more than one backpack?
Yeah.
Like, that's on you.
Fucking
man is born, man lives, man dies. It's all vanity, Casey Rocket.
Yeah. Yeah, I lived in a lot of weird places. We were talking about this earlier. I grew up, my parents were divorced. My mom was a horse trainer, so I like lived in a barn for a period of time. I lived in like a couple campers and stuff like that. So yeah.
A little baby in a manger.
Yeah, it's just a little freaking goddamn horse for a wife. Yeah, it was cool. So like, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, minimalist type stuff. It teaches you, you really don't need a whole lot to have fun.
No, I just like to have a good sound system. That's all I really like.
You need bass. I knew you were a bass guy, dude.
I don't not bass.
No,
I like good balance.
You're a good bass guy, dude.
You like bass? I'm actually like a turn that down guy. I'm like, turn that down.
Yeah.
Turn that down. It's getting too loud. I'm the most paranoid person you probably ever sat next to be honest with you. I don't know if you're, but like if I smoke or anything, I've never been caught by the cops ever for anything, and they didn't let me go basically.
Yeah.
Because I'm always just like on my P's and Q's. It's something I wish I could turn off, but I'm always like we should go in the back, like we shouldn't be smoking here.
Yeah.
That's me. Every single time.
That's a good quality. Dude, I
try to diffuse the arguments.
Yeah. That's a good quality to have, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to always get in trouble with the police. I've been arrested maybe probably like 10 times. Been to jail like 4 or 5 times.
Right.
But just minor stuff, like mostly like shoplifting, drunk in public. I have a really bad drinking problem, so it's almost all drunk in public. But yeah, when we were teenagers, we would just like go to like our parents make us go to like a church meeting, and we'd go like smoke weed in the parking lot, and the police are just like, "What are you doing?" Like,
right. All you're doing if you put your kids through church is you're giving them the community of people who are going through the exact same problems. Mm-hmm. And when people with the exact same problems find each other, they lean on drugs to solve them. What do you think comedy is? Why do you think there's so many drug-addicted comics? Like when I started comedy, there's so many things I hadn't tried. That's not true, actually. That's not true at all. But I wouldn't smoke cigarettes, I think, to this day. If I wouldn't have done stand-up comedy, I would never smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. A lot of people say that, comics. Like Dave Chappelle said that, yeah. Yeah,
I think if I went into like PR and advertisement, I may have like been a jewel dude or something, but I would have never picked up like a PAX. Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is, like, I enjoy them. I don't mind it, but I know it's killing me. Same difference.
Yeah. It's nasty habit. Yeah, I went to military school, and it was the same thing.
What? Like you're the entire tenure of your education, or what?
So when I was in 8th grade, I was like...
were you fooling around?
Yeah, so I was like a relatively good kid. I started like smoking weed when I was 12, and I was like on the school basketball team. And then in 8th grade, I got in a fight with this kid, and I had a piece of bamboo that we had carved to be a bong or something. And the principal called me to the office for the fight, and I was like, "Oh shit, dude, I have the bamboo bong in my backpack." And there was a plant in his office, like a plant, like a ficus. And I was like, I think I was kind of jarred from the fight because I kind of got the shit kicked out of me. And I was like, dude, I'm just going to put the bamboo in the plant. It'll look like it's always been there. And I like plant the bong in there. And like 30 seconds later, like I guess they saw me on camera. Like the principal just walks out just directly to the bamboo. And he's like, "What are you doing, man?" So I got kicked out, and then I got kicked out again when I was a freshman. So moral of the story, I had to go to military school for like 1 semester when I was 14 because I couldn't go to regular school. So I was there for like 6 months.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it was awful.
Probably sucked, though.
It was terrible, yeah.
Midwest military school?
No,
right?
I was in Georgia.
I was in Georgia. I don't know if that's any better. I found a soundboard here. We'll see what this does.
Nice, dude.
What?
Spanish one, dude. Was that first one a speech by Hitler?
I don't. Spanish Hitler. Que delicia, cara. What do you think this one does?
Retard alert.
There's a really broad spectrum on this.
This has literally no theme here.
No pun intended. Yeah.
Broad spectrum. I don't even... I like that one a lot. I was hoping for some fight noise because you were talking about. I thought you were going to get into it.
The fight?
Yeah.
You can talk about it.
But it's all right.
I like that.
It was fun too.
Yeah, I think I hit this girl with a kickball. It's like the most middle school story. And then her boyfriend came up and like pushed me, and I was like, "I'll see you after class." Like I'd never been in a fight before, and
really?
So like we meet in the hallway and everybody's gathered around. We just started beating the shit out of each other. I tried to put him in a trash can, which is like a cartoonish way to fight. Didn't work. He was like, "No, I don't want to go in there." And I was like, "Fuck
I've seen it happen. The trash can gets pulled out in multiple fights.
It's like I think
I saved a kid named Mikey one time from being put in a trash can. I was like, hey, man, you don't call. And then I called the kid who tried to put him in the trash can a bastard. It was like at a soccer game. We're like at the soccer game. The parents on the other side of the field. My dad's coaching, yelling at the people on the, and then we're on the bench, like a bunch of 12-year-olds. And he's trying to grab Mikey and put him in a trash can. So all the coaches, all the parents look like they're cheering, but they're really like, Richard, like turn around. I grabbed Mikey and then I punched that kid and pushed him down and called him a bastard. I didn't know what the word meant.
Yeah.
Come to find out, he was a bastard.
Oh, he had no father?
No.
Hell yeah, dude.
And we didn't have a mother.
Oh.
Like notoriously. And
notoriously
yeah,
motherless.
Like notoriously motherless. Dude, you ain't got no mom and everybody knows that shit in a bad way. Yeah, that was... I've only gotten to a fight a couple of times. I was like Republican until I was 12.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I swear to God,
where does that come into
like,
play?
I think I was just like I don't know. I just think there was like I remember the one fight I'm referencing right now is in 6th grade. This Ezekiel, Easy. He went by Easy. We're good friends now. That's what's crazy about him. Yeah, he came into my school in 6th grade. My school, and I was like 12. Yeah, we were 12. I already said that. But he was trying to like start a gang, like 12-year-olds do.
Uh-huh.
Hey, sign this piece of paper. You want to be in my gang?
Trying to get a crew together.
And like little 12-year-old Republican Phil was like, not in my town. Like we're not gonna have no gang violence in this Hurst Hills Elementary School. And then I was like, hey man, you gotta stop doing that. And then the next day, I like got out of the car. This is how good of a kid I was. I was like, Dad, I'm gonna get in a fight today. And my dad was like, okay, Philip, have a good day at school. Like, get the fuck out. And then I fought that guy because I picked a fight with him in the line.
Because you hated gang violence
I hated
so
gang
much?
violence so much, dude. I had my friends back me too. Like my other white Republican 12-year-old friends, they were like, hey, you got to stop this from happening here. And I was like, you're right. I'm the Bubba we need right now. And then afterwards, we became cool friends. We shared lockers and shit. I joined. I was like,
it's so funny you took a stand. Like
he was actually part of the Tea Party at the time, and he was like, "Hey, man, I know the way you think, and we have a lot of the same ideals, but."
Dude, that's
yeah, dude.
Did you beat him up senseless?
No, he was like 6'2".
Oh,
he had like held back 2 grades, and I was like 5'9", maybe. I just remember like all of my hits landed at like right around the waist level, and then like this big Bertha lunch lady came and like grabbed us both by the back of the necks, like the collars. Like we were like both hang off the ground like that much, just like swinging. She like walks us, it's like Adam Sandler movie-esque. He like drops us in the principal's office. No,
yeah.
These two are fighting in the lunch line, and then like walked out. And she's like, "Easy, pull up your pants, Philip, go back to class." I was like, what? It's like my first fight. I wanted my parents to get called.
Yeah, man, you want the whole experience.
No, she just sent me back to class. And then I went home and told my parents I fought for like 2 days, 3 days straight. And no one believed me until they were like, he hasn't shut up about it. Call the principal and find out. And they called Miss Gallion on speaker, and she was like, oh, yeah, that's right. He did get in a little tussle the other day. I'm like, God damn it.
You want the attention. Well, it's good you actually did that because a lot of people don't know this, but that kid grew up to be Charles Manson.
Yeah, I'm 82.
Yeah. You have Benjamin Button's disease.
Hell, fuck.
Yeah, dude. I have reverse Benjamin Button, so I just age normally.
And I have a I don't know what I'm saying.
I have coagulated blood, dude.
Parabola.
Yeah, dude.
It's a spiral version of Benjamin Button.
I got damn parentheses,
I'm
dude.
like 54 one day, and then in a month I'm like 12, and you go back up, I'm 3. It's like 54.
Oh, it's a vicious cycle, dude.
Vicious cycle.
I think that's what astrology is.
I downloaded CoStar recently, actually. I won't lie to you.
What is that?
It's some stupid astrology app that everyone has. It's like a social thing. And I kid you not, the first day, it was like my note was pay attention to patterns and colors. And I was like,
oh my God.
So I need to go get that second shot finally is what this is telling me right now. I need to go get the second round of the vaccine, I guess.
So I need to go take 4 hits of bathtub acid.
Right. And then the next day it said something like friends close, allies closer. And I was like, what the fuck is this app want from me right now?
Buzzwords, dude. That doesn't mean anything.
Right. But then you go into like, no, in the paragraph section, it does get you. Like today it was like with Casey Rocket, make sure. I was like, oh, that's nuts. I didn't know your name.
Make sure in his left pocket he has a freaking gift card for Culver's. Make sure to grab it. Go get a big juicy butter burger.
Yesterday it said, "Write yourself a love letter."
Did it really?
Yeah.
God, I
Said
hate that.
It said you're really introspective this month. Make sure you write yourself. And guess what I did? Like the little 12-year-old Republican I am at heart. I wrote myself.
That's so sweet, man.
I don't know.
Keep it going.
I don't know how to make it stop. I did. It was really sad too. I was like, "I'm proud of you, Phil."
Oh my God, that's awful, man.
It
I
was
don't
really
like
sad.
that.
I deleted it immediately.
Should.
Threw that phone away and bought a new one.
Yeah, dude. One use, man. I'm like 50 Cent with his T-shirts. There's something, you know, you know, like just certain pieces of media stick in your head. I remember this one episode of Cribs, MTV Cribs, where 50 Cent goes in his bedroom and he has this packet of Hanes white tees, which is like $9 at Walmart.
Right.
And he puts one on. And he like kind of flexes for the camera, and he takes it off and he throws it in the trash, and goes, "One use, man. That's it." And I was like, "That's not that impressive." Like I think almost all of us could afford to do that if we,
If we had an extra $50 right now.
yeah, like that's not that much money. Because it was literally like a Hanes sleeping like wife beater.
If that affected you, if that stuck in your mind as someone who has literally like no similarities with him at all as a role model, like you can't see him as like someone you could become one day ever, right?
No.
Imagine what that did to millions of children watching that saw them and wanted to be 50 Cent one day. And how many guys do we know now that are probably throwing away Hanes T-shirts day in and day out? I mean, I've always wondered how is that white shirt so clean, dude? That guy. But I guess he's throwing it away when he gets
One
home.
use, dude. I think that's like a big thing in the hip hop community. Not a big thing, but a thing. And I saw an article. I go on Yahoo News a lot. There's a nice spectrum of like goofy clickbait and also whatever terrible sports stuff. And it was like T.I. or something. And T.I. made a post on Instagram like throwing away all these white sneakers that were all dirty. And he was like, "One use. And they go in the trash." And all those shoes are really, really dirty. Like, they look like they'd been used for, like, months. And everybody commented, like, "Dog, you've been using those." They, like, called him out. "Dog, you've been wearing those for years. What are you talking about?"
One use from Goodwill.
Yeah. Those are heavily used.
I'm so broke right now. That's why I've been wearing hats. I'm not a hat guy. But my hair is just so crazy lately.
You can't afford shampoo?
I can't afford a 3-month haircut. If I threw away a pair of underwear right now, that'd be a crime against myself. I would set myself back a month. That's how like I'm so broke, dude. I've been what's it called since like October basically. I don't know what happened. I swear, like they say inflation hit. I'm like, I think it may have because it feels like $100 now goes as fast as $20. It's also just Austin.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Dude, I'm so
terrible at
broke
saving
too.
money though. That's the other thing.
I have like $1 in my bank account. I have like 5 miles left in my gas tank, and I have 1 cigarette. We're gonna figure it out, dude.
You can get it done. Because I'm doing the same exact thing. I think I have like 13 miles in my bank account. 13.
I have 13 miles in my cigarette.
Literally though, I think I have. No, I don't even. I have $0 in my checking right now. There's $0. Like what's it called? My my job. They were like, pay me. He's like, yeah, I know a lot of y'all are depending on this right now. I was like, I'm not really depending on it anymore. It's actually ECU, Geico, and Spectrum that are like really depending on it now. I have no reason for the money anymore. The bills actually are telling me they're going to be gone if they don't get it soon. I hate being an adult, dude. I just need to get to the point where I can start buying Hanes T-shirts and throwing them away, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah, my parents are really disappointed in me. But, dude, we're riffing big.
We're riffing.
When
That's
you're
all
getting,
that matters,
dude, when you're getting big laughs, like I did so I bombed that early show yesterday.
Where at?
Speakeasy.
Mm-hmm.
But then I did the late Filthy show, and it was like sold out, and I just absolutely destroyed. And when you fucking crush like that, you just feel like a human god. Like you're not worried about money when
Not at all.
everybody loves you for
Right.
that 10 minutes. Everybody loves you.
Right.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's like Robin Williams quote said. He was like, "Is the best comic has an empty wallet, empty stomach, and empty heart, and that's when you're the best comic you can be." And I was like, "Damn, that's dark." Yeah. It's true. It really is. Like you got to be light on your feet. You got to be a little bit hurt, and you got to be struggling. Like you're saying, I'm really upset. The show I was on tonight got canceled because there weren't enough tickets sold. Apparently.
Yeah.
So not only do I not get the satisfaction of that, what you're talking about, 10 minutes of fame, but now I have to realize we're not the group of people. We weren't even qualified enough to earn the 10 minutes of fame. This is a what's it called? I don't know. I honestly, man, I've been trying to get up. I just went out of I was talking to my mom about it. In comedy, it's like you do it for longer than like 3 years. You start to see like the valleys and peaks coming before they even happen. You're like, I'm doing really good right now. There's a low like around the corner. And then it happens and you're fully aware with present and past thought. And you're like just in the low, just like, there's a hill over there. I think I see it. You just got to stay. I don't know. It's a miserable, miserable thing. But that's one thing I've noticed though. Like Austin keeps me pretty happy in terms of community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of really like-minded people.
We're all so close, man. Yeah, it's so great. I really love it here.
Yeah. I say see you tomorrow to everyone I see.
Yeah, me too. Because, we're always around. I don't have anywhere else to be, dude. It's amazing.
Like, I will literally see you tomorrow at some point or another.
Wouldn't miss it for the world, dude. 6 people at fucking the Creek mic, dude.
Yeah, you can't owe anyone money in this town, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You'd be caught up the next day, just like, oh yeah, that's right.
Let me go DoorDash real quick.
Yeah.
Get you back.
Be back in 45 minutes, unless there's a surge, like 15. I was doing that for a while. This town's beating the shit out of my car. How about you? Like you've been.
I've been dashing. That's what I've been doing the whole time I've been here.
In the last 10 days, Bilal got like jumped on my car. So like there's dents in the roof. There's blood on the headboard, like this head thing. They jumped on the ceiling of the roof. They like dented the side of it.
So that stuff's not happening to be that much. Why is this happening?
Allie hit my car.
Okay.
My girlfriend hit my car. Her car also got hit, ticketed, and it had a flat tire this morning. I'm just like, I don't even want the car anymore. I'm about to let him come take it. I'm about to call the financer and be like, hey, yeah, I know, it's current. Yeah, that's fine. Come get it. Can we work out a deal? I'm going to get a bike, dude.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of like my headlights out. All my tires are like low on pressure. I need an oil change.
Same. I'm like 911 miles deep into it, like the negative blinking sign right now.
We're going to make it, dude. We're going to make it in this fucking business, dude. That's so funny. Yeah, it's so, I don't know, comedy's so funny because, like, everything in your personal life could be falling apart, but you're like, dude, I have a really good show on Thursday. Like, I can't wait. You have no money.
Right. That's why after Christmas, I was so broke. Yeah. And I posted on Twitter, I was like, I'm driving 7 hours for a show that doesn't pay. I have no money in my checking account. I'm spending the last dime I have on gas, and this is still considered a good opportunity. And it was like I'm not complaining at all. It was literally a fantastic opportunity because it's a new club. So it was like, oh, I'm gonna go try to get a shoe in and let them see what I'm working with. Haven't heard anything back yet and got left on red, but you know, I'm sticking by. I still think it was a good investment. It might be a good investment.
It's gonna pan out, dude.
God.
You're gonna get a hosting weekend, dude. It's gonna be fucking big stuff. What club was that?
That was Plano House of Comedy up there. Oh. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to aim for. I want either some more hosting gigs or I want to get something recorded. I have a couple sponsors actually. We actually have. You have
podcast sponsors?
Yeah, I'm working out one right now with a head shop company, an online head shop company, and then the other one is they actually sponsored both of us recently. It's a Great Escape, another Great Escape. They just got me a free hoodie.
Hell yeah!
So
yeah, I just did a big photo shoot with them.
That's awesome. Did you get free gear and stuff too?
Yeah, free gear. It's pretty sweet.
I promised them we'd talk about it. because they were like, yeah, I'm having Casey Rocket on. I got like a red, what's it called? Great Trip or another Great Trip hoodie. I don't know what they are.
Travel buddies.
Travel Buddies is what it said. They're dope, man. I can't wait to wear
great.
it. Yeah, I'll put it on the podcast. I'll put it up there.
Good beanies.
Who is that, and how do they find you, and how did you get a hold of that situation?
They messaged me on Instagram, said that they like my comedy, and we all went and did a really fun photo shoot with them on Tuesday, and gave some really sweet gear. The hoodies are really soft and really cool amazing, designs. Dude. Yeah.
Well, they're pretty nice. I'd go buy them. It's probably. Let me look at the another Great Escape, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Let me find the website name so I can. Okay, well,
what is that?
Yeah, that's a EDM thing. I'll post a link in my. It's posted. Anyways,
we're doing it.
I was gonna talk about. Just mention it was like one of the last things I was gonna get to. Where do you have anything to get to later? Anything at 5 or anything like that?
No, it's fine.
You're good.
Yeah, I just have a show at like 7:30. But no,
nice.
man,
Where
we're
are you
good.
performing at?
Spider House. I think. Yeah, the ballroom at Spider House.
I was gonna talk about Facebook or Meta now.
Yes, please do.
They just bought. Did you see that?
No, I don't know. I don't really keep up with that.
Facebook bought the tallest building that's being built in Austin right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just bought the top like 525,000 square feet of this building. 33 floors. It's the one that's currently being built downtown, and they're going to be in there in 2023.
Oh, and it's going to be
right
damn metaverse?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what that means.
So this building is being built.
Wow.
It's going to have like another stack on top of it of 30 floors, and that's going to be it.
Gorgeous.
That's going to, I'm just like constantly enticed by how much Austin's growing and how much my rent is going to be if I continue to stay here. That's crazy. That's good. That's another 2,000 staffers and 400 openings. So 2,500 people basically are going to be hired there.
Wow.
Making well over 6 figures, I'd imagine.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know much about business, man. I don't really get hit. The inflation stuff doesn't really affect me, dude. Like,
no, we live minimal. We live minimal lifestyles.
Yeah, I pay somebody $500 to sleep in a spare bedroom.
Yeah, no, my fat ass is talking about fast food prices, and that's it. Maybe gas, but I think that's gone down now.
Taco Bell has gone up, which
has.
is concerning.
Yeah, because nothing's changing.
Yeah. It's not that big a deal, man. People just want to complain about shit. Dude.
I love complaining. It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
It feels like that way sometimes. But other times, that's the thing. I feel like I love complaining, but I can't stand to listen to other people complain. Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
I'm going to hell. On inner monologue alone. Like God's going to be like, you never did it or said anything, but we had you plugged in, dude.
Is it okay if I go smoke really quick?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
I need to freaking, if I don't smoke every damn 30 minutes, bro, I'm going to start freaking being a little stinker. Dude.
No, I got you, dude. I'll get you a pack of smokes, too, for doing the podcast when we leave. You want to go grab them real quick?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Hell yeah, dude. That's my gift to you. Let's see. This is what I have so far for his editorial. We're going to wrap up here in like probably 20 minutes, too, so whenever you come back in, we'll probably just close out. Is that Allie? Or is that CJ? It's CJ. See, there's energy in this house too. Not as much as the last house when there was 3 people living in a 1-bedroom, but there's definitely enough energy. Did you hear? Was that Gabe screaming this morning? Was it? I think so. I didn't hear. So far for Casey, I have 3 years in Boise and 3 years in Idaho, and that's it. Gotten absolutely nothing done. I'm still. He's just smoking a cigarette real quick. You want to jump on and say hi to the people and plug your Instagram? Sure. Go for it, man. Hit the failure time. Yeah, it's on video right now. Oh. Good news is.
Oh man, I'm so happy to be here. Honored.
I was gonna start his podcast or his editorial with "Once Upon a Time."
Wait,
I don't know how to write for Casey. Like I was telling him, I don't want to. I want to encapsulate as much of whatever the fuck Casey Rocket's energy is.
On stage, yeah. Yep, he's original.
Yeah.
Man, it's weed, huh? Do you like cheese fries? I brought hot fries. Do you like hot fries? Are you a hot fries guy?
I'll try a hot fry. No, they get stuck in my teeth.
Oh, come on. That
They
can't
do.
be the one thing holding you back.
What are you doing, Allie?
I'm just on my phone and I'm about to get your homework, but I kind of want to make s'mores later.
Why?
I love s'mores.
You know we have a gas stove. You can do it on the stove, right?
Oh, but I want to make a fire and burn all that wood in the back.
Damn. Shit, dude, look, check this out. I finally got this plugged in so I can do stuff like this.
Oh, nice. Fortnite. Everyone just turn this off.
No, it wasn't maxed out. That's the crazy thing. It was like just
You can just hear it from your headphones.
what the hell was that?
EA Games. I like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, my podcast is Can't Stand You. Anyone listening? Want to listen to a pod with me talking?
CJ Land, it's Can't Stand You with
Me and Jackson.
Jackson Fagundes. I told you my show got canceled tonight.
The Pulp Fiction?
Yep.
Plump?
I don't think it's gonna happen. They said it's not
Ah.
gonna happen. More than likely, we don't have tickets
Bummer.
sold. Yeah, dude.
I hope the rest of the pod goes well.
It's we're about to wrap it up. That
I'm
was
about to
weird.
watch the fourth quarter of this Bucks game.
How's it going? The Bucks still
They're
losing?
coming back. Tom Brady might pull off an upset again. He might just come back in the fourth quarter.
That's been a crazy playoff week, honestly. I can't believe when San Francisco beat the Green Bay and Cowboys. They also beat. Remember when San Francisco beat the Cowboys?
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
right.
God
And
damn it.
then they beat the Packers at home. Unbelievable game. Snow game. I can't tell if Casey is cool with me or not. We've only.
You say this about everybody though, CJ.
Well,
You
I
don't
know,
if
well,
anyone's cool with you.
Well, I just
Everyone likes you.
I can't like. It's hard for me to feel people out.
If people don't like you, they will give you a clear sign as to why
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
like you.
I know. Well, that's been my problem in the past. Women.
Did you know Mitch McConnell said black people should show up to vote just as much as Americans?
Oh my God! Wow! Look at his face. They got.
That's an oopsie daisy's face, bro.
Yo, that's amazing. His face.
Yeah, bro. You were.
That's
he
great.
was one word away from not being racist.
One word. Yeah.
As. He
Well,
was one word away and a
as
comma.
being as racist.
One word and a comma away from not sounding like a complete guy from Kentucky. That's where he's from. He's from Kentucky. I mean, you can't expect anything more than someone from Kentucky.
You know, and the people that are in Kentucky are like, that's why I would vote for him right there. You read the headline, they're like, hey, that's our guy.
Look at this. It's quite a country when Mark Cuban, not Congress, will give Americans cheaper prescription drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Go Mavs.
Dude, he's a good guy.
Funeral service for this chick. No shit. Okay.
Hopefully it was an open casket.
There was a hostage situation in my hometown last week with the Jewish synagogue. It's pretty crazy. He held like a couple women and children captive, and then he killed himself in the beautiful city of Colleyville. It's been in the news circuit now for almost 2 weeks.
That's where you're from, in Texas?
Yeah. What I don't understand is like there's been mass shootings at other places where like people died other than the shooter, and that's out of the circuit in like 2 days, which is strange.
I think
This
it's because of the damn...
Do you think it's the media is being controlled? I've just been in here riffing on some anti-Semitism, bro. I don't know about you, but
I'm happy to see you've been fucking holding down the fort, dude.
you missed this one. It was Mitch McConnell said black people should vote just as much as Americans.
What?
That was his like direct quote, basically.
Oh, these old people, dude.
Yeah. Two
Politics.
critically injured in shooting at post-funeral gathering. Someone needed to finish the job, is what I'm hearing.
Big riff. Damn, man. Yeah, I miss well, I don't miss it, but
Where were you going with
people
that?
used to people used to go postal, man. Remember when that was the thing? Like people used to shoot up post offices. That's where that term
Right.
comes from. post offices used to work. I'm really, really into true crime. I listen to a lot of true crime and read a lot of true crime books and stuff.
I love a good murder story.
The post offices used to work people so hard. They had such bad employee ethics and stuff, long hours and repetitive work. It would drive people crazy. And in the late 80s, like the first real mass shootings in the U.S. began, where workers started shooting up post offices, and it was like an epidemic of things, and that's where that term comes from, going postal.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, people would just fucking just snap and just like
whatever happened to deliver us from evil, you know what I mean? There it is. I got all the buttons, bro.
Yeah,
Don't even try me.
I knew a kid in high school. I can't remember his name. It was something short, like Red or Zane or something, some cool nickname. And he used to rob Waffle Houses with a shotgun. Mm-hmm. And so he was like kind of a highwayman, which I really admire. And he's a bad person, but he went on. There's a grocery store called Ingles. You know what I'm talking about?
It sounds familiar, like someone's mentioned it before.
Well, it's like an HEB or whatever.
Right.
But so him and this crew of like 3 guys, they had an inside man, a security guard at this Ingles, who left the back door open. And I knew this kid. Like one time I did bath salts with him, and that's a story for another day. And he kept talking about robbery the whole time, and I was like, dude, I'm going with you. And he was like, you're not meant for this life. Anyways, but so he ended up robbing this Ingles. The security guard left the back door open, and they snuck in there, and they tied everybody up. And I guess one guy got out of the restraints, and they just wigged out, and they killed everybody in the Ingles. They killed like 3 people, and they're all doing life in prison now. But yeah, I knew that guy when I was a teenager.
Do you know who the influenza teen is? Not influenza, affluenza teen.
Oh, yeah, who like got drunk and hit those people.
He went to my neighboring high school. I met him a couple times before he did that.
Oh, God.
Right?
I have murdered you all! It has all come down to this moment!
These are terrible.
That was good. That was fitting, though.
Right. Look at murder.
Little tape around his body.
That's a full ass song, I guarantee it. We don't have to wait for that to just turn it off, but yeah, it's still going.
Fucking vibe check, dude. I like that.
Oh my God.
It's not easy in these streets, dude.
But
That's
yeah. And then I knew people that like stood up for him. He's a good guy. He didn't know what he did. What are you talking about? He didn't know what he did. He had the copy of Grand Theft Auto before any of us. He knew he's been doing it way longer than all of us.
Yeah, the practice, man. You put the hours in.
Right.
They got yeah. Every time I drink, I have I like, as I've gotten older, like, and I relapse, every time I drink, I kind of like, I have this thing where when I watch movies, I start like tuning out from reality, like when I'm really blackout drunk. So like I'll watch like Snow on the Bluff or some gangster movie, and
right.
And I'll black out, and my girlfriend, like, will tell me the next day, and she's like, yeah, you kept crying about, like, how people don't understand, like, what life is like in the streets. I'm like, what? Am I, like, I was never involved with that. Like, or, like, me and my friend used to be really obsessed with True Detective, and, you know, you black out, and you're like, you wake up, and you had been Googling, like, police academies and stuff, you know, like, dude, I gotta get on the force, you know?
That's like, I don't think I've ever blacked out and been functional to that extent, though. But I guess the more you do it, the more your body's like, yeah, we got to get something done now.
Yeah.
So
you get a second wind.
The last time I blacked out was here in Austin. It was on 6th. And it was when a shooting happened. And I remember like I went into work the next day, and they're like, yeah, because of the shooting last night. And I was like, it was like a That's So Raven moment. I was like, there was a shooting last night. And then I remembered like me and Justin and this other guy from Detroit, Daniel, and a girl. He's a good guy. Me and Justin start running away from the shooting, and I remember Daniel specifically running towards the shooting. He's like, "I'm going to check it out." We're like, "No, bro, get the fuck over here." And I was like, I was here last night." I hate that, but I was like barely functional. That's crazy that you almost started a new career. What would you have done if you like came out of your blackout 3 weeks into the academy?
Yeah, yeah, like I just kept the bender going.
You're about to cut a wire. and you sneeze, and you're like, you wake up, you're like cutting a bomb.
You
You're
come
like,
back to consciousness.
and then you hear your jeweler's like, this is the first round of real shit, bud. This one's not a fake one. And you're just like, So I've been hammered drunk for the entire time.
Then the shakes kick in. Uh-oh.
Oh, man. We talked earlier about my family putting down their dog Pickles today, which was sad, but we turned it around. I forgot how we did that.
Well,
We talked about it.
like if like how in the modern age we keep dogs for way too long.
Right.
So by the time they're put down, they're just completely like unfunctional.
Exactly. Basically, any moment any white woman in the last 5 years has taken their dog to the vet, that would have been that moment that dog would have died in the wild. Like, my dog has seizures, it has epilepsy and diabetes. I make sure it stays alive. Like, that dog was meant to die 3 weeks after it died.
Yeah.
Sadly, I mean, I'm talking about dogs, but I think we relate it back to like how would you feel if aliens came and abducted us and then kept us alive barely until like 150, 180 years old?
Please let me die.
Just in a tank.
Let me watch True Detective season 1 more time.
It's definitely an interesting concept.
Yeah.
'Cause that's basically what we're doing.
To the dog.
Yeah, you've heard the theory that dogs used to be intelligent and we bred them to be way more dumb.
Oh no, I haven't heard that.
Dog people, ancient Egypt, on their back legs.
There's there's those cryptids, those Michigan dog men. Like it's like a Bigfoot in Michigan, but he looked like a dog. Anyways, I digress. But yeah,
You digress. It's already being Googled.
Michigan dog man, dude. He got a whole Wikipedia.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, he looked like a
That's
monster.
a big dog.
Yeah, big, scary.
That's a wolf man.
This
Is that
is
what makes it a dog man instead of a wolf man? It does this.
Yeah, he can probably wag his tail. So I have a family history with Bigfoot. So every summer, my mom lives in Southern Illinois now, and I'll go up there, and she was telling me my great uncle was one of the people who discovered the Big Muddy Monster, which was a Bigfoot in Southern Illinois. He was a cop, and he was by the Big Muddy River, which is a river on the border of Missouri, and he like heard some rustling like out of the river and like some bushes, and there was like a fucking Bigfoot, and he like made a police report and everything, and like for the next 4 days, like people all over this town saw this Bigfoot, and they have like murals for him now. It's like a little tourist attraction in the town. It's pretty cool.
Crazy.
But then he ended up getting murdered by his wife because he was a domestic abuser. Coincidence? I don't know.
Wow.
Not the Big Muddy Monster.
It's funny. The funny
cop.
thing you say that, because if a man came up to me looking to range and he's like, "I saw Bigfoot out there. I saw Bigfoot. I swear to you." My first question, ironically, and like me being funny, would be, "That's great, man. Is everything all right at home?"
Yeah. That's cool, man. How many times have you been beating the shit out of your wife recently, dude?
Bigfoot, sponsored by Coors. I told you I did I think I told you a while ago I had a DMT experience, and the only two takeaways from it were like at one point I was a blade of grass being sniffed by a cow, and that Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot is so real, dude.
He is real.
He's 100% real. Do you think he's like a biological being or a celestial being?
I think he's a celestial being. I'm glad
100%.
when you bring that up to people, they think you're fucking crazy. But if you look at like all the reports, like a lot of people will see a Bigfoot, it will go into a bush, and it's fucking gone. Like there's no cavern. Like I think Bigfoot
Right.
is more like a ghost than an actual thing. Like
I think he might be God.
he could be. Well, and also there seems to be a correlation between. Now we're really getting into it, dude.
Right.
Areas with high Bigfoot sightings have the highest UFO sightings and also the highest like level of poltergeist activity. So it seems to be certain areas are just like more conducive to the paranormal. So there seems to be a connection between all of it.
100%. Like one of the things that fascinates me, a lot of people talk about it, is Skinwalker Ranch. Sometimes I go on like rabbit holes with it. The other night I was sitting there. I like to stare out my window because there's like birds, like a bird feeder right there, and they come in. I saw something. It was like big, and we have this black cat back here, but it was bigger than that black cat. It was like crawling around. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" My high ass mind, eventually, like immediately, was like, "Man, if it's a skinwalker, you got to close this window and get that blind closed immediately."
Don't even think of its name. Don't think of its name.
And but you're right. It's so strange that it happens there. We lived in a haunted house when I was younger. I know people always people think ghosts are real. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
Mm.
They might not be real. It might just be energy, however you want to think about it. But I don't think life is black and white. We moved out of a pretty nice house 6 months into living into it. A big, nice house. And
what was happening? I'm
dude,
fascinated.
just a faucet ran one time by itself, a couple times really. One time, me and my brother's beds would shake.
Oh my god!
It got to the point where we were all sleeping in my mom and dad's room anyways, and the first night we all piled in there and admitted we didn't want to sleep in our bedrooms anymore. My mom's phone, my parents had home phones on both sides of their bed. They both started or my mom started just 7777777 or 9, whatever it was. It was just, dialing by itself, dude.
No.
And we moved out of the house. There were times when they were sitting. One of my best friend's dads said he saw God come in the backyard. They were all pretty drunk, but they said that they were sitting out in the backyard and they saw, because the TV channels and stuff would change too. Like you're saying, aliens mixed with paranormal.
Yeah.
It was really, come to find out, all of that Rickle Park neighborhood area is on top of what used to be Indian
Oh my god!
grounds. Yeah. But the crazy thing was they still talk about it today. My dad, I can call him right now, he'll deny the fuck out of it. But he says he wasn't scared. But basically just a big, bright, growing light, like a sun, basically came over the fence.
Oh my god!
And then it just went out. And then another time, same kind of gathering. We used to do fiestas because I'm half Hispanic, and all of our white friends would come over. My dad would cook. We're all sitting in the living room dancing, doing a little bachata shit. Let's Mexico. There we go.
Yeah, let's set the mood.
Right.
I will build
Oh, that's not the right one.
wall on our southern border, and
Here we go. Anyways, yeah, we were sitting there enjoying some nice guacamole. And a shadow, if we're sitting here right now and the shadow just cascaded, and it was nighttime, a shadow just moved across the whole room.
Oh my god,
that was creepy too.
You saw that happen?
Yeah, we all did. I mean, all 20 of us.
Wow.
It was very strange.
Oh my god, dude, that's so awesome.
It was a weird time. My mom says yeah, we moved out of there because it was haunted. 100%. I used to growing up, my best friend, they had a ghost that followed them, they swear, because this watch would go off and they could never find this watch, and they moved multiple times, had different furniture.
They would hear
all this
it?
shit. And then when the oldest was youngest, when young, she would say something about a white man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, it's just creepy shit. You want to believe it's not real because you like to go shit at night, but
yeah, well, people just want to deny it because it makes them more comfortable.
I think, yeah.
When I graduated college, I moved in with some friends in downtown Atlanta, and started doing comedy there. And the house they lived in was in a really bad part of town, and there was some woods right beyond their fence in the backyard, and it was a graveyard. And it was literally a historical landmark. They used to get letters in the mail, like a graveyard tax that the homeowner would have to pay and stuff. So you could look beyond the fence, and there was gravestones you could see that were 100 years old. And the only one you could read was for a baby. It was 1921 to 1922. It was a baby's grave. And they had some paranormal stuff happen in the house where they'd have friends sleep over, and the friend would wake up and they'd see somebody walk by in the hallway, going to the back door, and then the friend would get up and they'd stand and they'd go shout for one of the roommates, and nobody was home. And the back door had been closed and sealed off. They would see somebody out of the peripheral walk by, go to the back door, and they would hear it open, and they would look, and the back door was completely molded shut. And I had one really, really, this is probably the
You said
only.
welded shut or molded shut?
It's sealed off.
Yeah.
There was no physical way to open it. And I think it was boarded over on the other side. And so I had one really paranormal experience there. I was cooking steak at a very specific time. It was let's say it was 1:33 in the morning, and I'm home alone, and my roommate's dog is there, and the dog is really shy. It's the run of the litter, so it would never bark or anything. I had never seen it bark, and I'm cooking, and I'm right by the back door where the backyard is, where the graveyard is, and I hear this cat.
I forgot about the graveyard.
Yeah, there's
Like,
literally
the
a graveyard.
setting of the story has a graveyard in the background this entire time.
Yeah. And I hear this cat start like, and I'm not paying attention to it. Like I'm like listening to a podcast, and it gets louder, and it's like,
Right.
and then it's like a screech, and I realize it's not a cat. This is all completely true. It was a baby crying. It was a baby crying as clear as day, and the dog starts fucking losing its mind, like sprinting around the house, barking at the ceilings, barking at the walls, like sniffing all the edges of the walls. Like it was the behavior of the dog is what scared me most, and this baby is crying
Dude,
louder and louder and
Always
louder.
the dogs, bro.
They can tell, dude. And the dog kept running from the front door to the back door, like sprinting, dead sprint. And then eventually the baby stopped. But 2 weeks later, on the same night, it was a Saturday night, and I swear to God, it was like the same exact time, I heard it happen again. And the dog did the same exact thing. It was a baby crying, like right outside the back door. Like it sounded like it was crying like under the door.
It's probably some mother drowned their baby or something spooky like that.
Friggin' got him, ate his skin, come damn skinwalker. Spookman's! Spookman's
I
journey!
love spooky shit, dude.
I love it. Yeah, but oh my God, it scared
dogs
me
do
so
seem
bad.
to know what the fuck. I've seen blind dogs stare at stuff. That's when you're like, cut it the fuck out, bro. Hey, it's time to put this one down right the fuck now. It's only 5. Yeah, it's it would have died already. It's just me.
We're done with it. Dude, my aunt lives in Georgia, and I went over there for Christmas, and she is a vet, and she has all these reject dogs that like nobody wants. So like almost all of them are either blind or deaf. One of them is like 18 years old. Like it's like 18. She once had a dog that was like 22. It's like one of the oldest dogs, like whatever, that's like humanly
You said
possible.
this was your grandmother?
This is my aunt.
Your aunt. Your aunt is basically an extraterrestrial being to them.
Yeah, just
a bipedal terrestrial being to them that they don't understand, that they know is extremely more intelligent than them, has devices that they can't even comprehend. Do you understand how perfect this analogy? Like we're literally, they get probed. They take them to the place,
yeah.
and they get probed, and they get checked on.
Then they have to go live in this hipster home in East Atlanta Village,
Right.
with a bunch of flying squirrels. She has a bunch of flying squirrels
Oh fuck.
and
yeah.
regular squirrels.
Flying snacks.
The damn madhouse, dude.
God, what I wouldn't give to be a dog in the wild.
Just give me fucking one day.
Just break one leg. I'm done. I'm done.
Night-night.
You ever watched an animal getting eaten by like a lion? The look in its eyes?
Yeah.
It doesn't really care. It's like,
you're right.
fuck. They don't care at all.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
There's no fight. Once they're caught, they're done. Like they just freeze up. I feel like they probably have some like natural
Maybe their
Natural
body like releases like,
dopamine, like just
That's interesting. I've always wondered that. Yeah, I saw a clip of like a cheetah eating like a baby deer or something. It was like a TikTok, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't."
right.
This is not the version of TikTok I want to be on.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, and the look in its eyes was like, "Well,
Yeah.
whoopee.
Had a good 3-month run.
Yeah, time to go heaven. Bye bye."
I mean, reincarnation is real. They're so in touch with nature. They know. They're like, oh fuck, this means when you're killed before 6 months, you get an automatic upgrade.
Yeah, become water buffalo.
Wonderful. I'd like to be a bird. Anyways, we hit an hour. I think we got most of what we need.
Good man. And
this-
you can.
I'm gonna write a synopsis on this podcast basically, and we'll be set, dude.
Yeah,
But it's
and
been great.
Shoot me an email and I'll answer some stuff more in depth. But yeah,
Sounds good too. I'll get that done. Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming out. I'll go. Like I said, we can go up to the convenience store real quick. I'll grab you a pack of smokes for doing it.
that'd be amazing.
But yeah, dude. You wanna? What's your Instagram and all that?
Yeah, my Instagram's just Casey Rocket, CASEY Rocket, like the ship. And yeah, I'm on TikTok, YouTube, all Casey Rocket.
Follow